Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq, with daily insight on the Nasdaq-100 index, or the NDX, which is made up of 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial innovative companies listed on Nasdaq. The NDX has been the barometer for U.S. large cap growth and also one of the best performing indexes over the last decade and a half, not to mention one of the most liquid index ecosystems in the world. Joining me this Thursday afternoon, we have Joyce, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk, for an update on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq-100. And Brian, we had a number of those heavyweights report this week. Kind of a mixed bag there. What have you seen in the index?
Yeah, I mean, we had a number of companies report this week, some big names, mixed reaction in the marketplace. Given, I think, the fact that the prior week, the index was up 3%, which is a pretty strong move for the week. And over the last 2 months, it's up more than 16%. And we haven't seen that type of move in other areas of the marketplace. The small caps were down about 10% from the end of June into July. They've been rebounding in the last week or so. But I think maybe just it's more of a sell the news kind of event. That we've seen a lot of positive announcements coming out of the earnings, and the guidance is looking good. So I think it's more of a shorter term reaction given the prior gains going into the announcements.
All right, Brian, let's pull up your Bloomberg here. Take a look at some fresh levels to watch on the Nasdaq-100 as we continue to go through earnings season.
Absolutely here. So let me take a look. So this is the daily period chart of the Nasdaq-100. You can see this move right here beginning from mid to late May all the way up here was a 16% gain. And then last week we were up 3%. So we did see some consolidation since then, but the gain into last Friday, we did see a breakout to new highs, and the breadth is good there as well. So when we look at the number of stocks making 52-week highs on Friday, that rose to about 22% of the index, which is something we haven't seen since February. Back then in February, it did then mark a short-term top, and we did see a bit of a correction going on, but it actually hit that level also in early January and continued to run higher. So overall, the bigger takeaway, definitely when you see that breadth going higher, more participation to new highs, that's definitely something constructive, as opposed to, say, the Russell 2000, which is still in a sideways range right here, and the breadth is just very low. So Nasdaq 100 still strongly outperforming, which is great to see, given last year's strong outperformance as well. There was some concerns earlier in the week on Tuesday. Let me just zoom in here. We can see we were down about 2% at the lows intraday on Tuesday. Gave back the breakout, and we did rally in the latter part of the session to finish down about 1%. There's been concerns, particularly in China, broadly speaking, the regulatory environment over there, and we could see the Chinese ETF, a very popular one, KWEB, was down about 36% from late June to the lows of this week. So really just, a waterfall move to the downside. It's down more than 50% from its highs in February. So I think that maybe played a little bit into the volatility this week, combined with the overbought technicals that the Nasdaq 100 has been seeing. The RSI, if we zoom out a little bit, we could see it's been riding above 70, and then we pulled back a little bit and back to 70 late last week. So just some consolidation, long prior highs, and which allows the momentum readings to reset a little bit. We're still in the bullish zone, well above 50. Last is about 65 in the RSI, so definitely some constructive bullish momentum that we've been seeing for quite some time in this index.
All right, Brian, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.